So DC has this thing about vacant properties and property taxes. The regular rate in DC is 85 cents per $100 of the assessed value. And the simple mathematics on that is if you have a house and it is assessed at $100,000, then your annual property tax bill will be $850 per year. So DC has this thing called a Class 3 tax, which is for vacant properties. And it gets a little bit worse. There's also the Class 4 tax, which is for blighted properties. So if you're driving around DC and you see this lime green sticker on a property, then that property's very likely been hit with either a vacant property tax or a blighted property tax. Now, what does this mean for the homeowner, the property owner? It means that if you've made the list, then your taxes are going to increase. So let's use this $100,000 scenario again. Let's say that you have a property that is assessed for $100,000. Well, if you make the Class 3 list, then you get hit at a rate of $5 per $100 in assessed value. Now, let me help you with the math. That's an annual property tax bill of $5,000, right? $5,000 as a vacant property tax bill. Now, it gets worse. If your property is abandoned, if you haven't done anything with it, if it's an eyesore to the neighborhood, then DC will hit you with that Class 4 blighted property tax. And guess what? If you have a property where the assessed value is $100,000 and you get hit with a blighted property tax, Class 4, you'll get in the mail a tax bill for $10,000. That's right, $10,000. Now, let me share with you how serious this problem is in DC. There are a couple of thousand properties on the vacant and blighted property list. And the average sales price of a home in DC is $500,000. So imagine if you get hit with this vacant or blighted property tax. I mean, it could cost you some pretty serious money for property taxes alone. Now, there is a solution to this problem. My firm, we've bought dozens of properties that have been vacant and or blighted, and we are your best solution. Let me tell you why. I know exactly what to do to solve the issue with the DC government, okay? So if you sell your property to me and my firm, we'll buy your property from you directly. Now, this is important. The object when you're selling a piece of property is to make as much money as you possibly can. If you're going to sell your property to me, I'm going to cash you out. I'm going to negotiate with the district government to have them reclassify your property. I'm going to save you money on your property tax bill, which is going to put more money in your pocket. It's going to be a win-win scenario, and you have to make one phone call. Not two, not three, not four, not five. You don't have to go down to the district government and beg with them and plead them to reclassify you. You make one phone call. You call me. I'll give you my number now. I'm not finished, but I'll give you my number now. It's 301-574-1494. Again, 301-574-1494. So back to these taxes. If you get on this list, that tax bill goes to your property, and if you don't pay it, then the DC government will very likely put you in property tax sale. And if your property is sold at tax sale, the problems get worse. I mean, you could end up losing a $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 property over a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 tax bill that you may or may not be able to pay. So the very smart thing to do if you have vacant property in DC, blighted property in DC, is to sell it. But you want to sell it to a proven buyer. You want to sell that property to my firm. We specialize in buying distressed assets. We have the know-how, the wherewithal to get these type of transactions done. You see, the DC government has to give property owners who are neglecting their property proper motivation to solve this problem. So I'm not mad at the district government for what they're doing. I actually believe that what they're doing is a good thing. I also believe that you as a property owner, you have certain rights. I also believe that if there's laws in place to get property owners the relief that property owners deserve, then those laws should be taken advantage of. Those rules should be taken advantage of. Not everybody knows how to do this. We know how to do it because we're an active buyer of real estate in Washington, D.C. So let's get back to the problem and how we can solve it. Tax bills are a headache. Very high tax bills are a bigger headache. If you get a tax bill in the mail for $30,000 or $10,000, heck, $2,000, and you don't pay it, very likely you're going to end up in tax sale. It's a judicial process in D.C., which means not only do you have to pay your taxes, but you'll probably need to hire a lawyer to defend you in court, and your expenses just increase and increase and increase. And I have seen and even have bought properties on the tax rolls where the owner lost a lot of money. Don't let that happen to you. If you have a bad situation, call my firm. We'll help you resolve the issue because we are specialists at buying abandoned, vacant, and blighted properties. And let me also say this. When you sell to my firm, you're selling to the buyer. You're selling directly to the buyer. You're not going through an agent or a broker because we're not agents and brokers. All right? We buy properties. We want to ask you to pay closing costs for us. That keeps money in your pocket. You don't have to pay any real estate commissions. That keeps money in your pocket. We'll negotiate with the district government to get your taxes reclassified. That'll put more money in your pocket. You make one phone call and we solve all of the problems. 301-574-1494. Now, we will do most of the work. You will have to do just a little bit of work. You will need to give us certain documents that we'll need to solve the problem with the DC government. Now, the difference in you providing those documents to us and not providing those documents to us could mean thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars into your pocket. It could mean the difference in getting your property sold off and not getting your property sold off. So it's very important that you jump on this right now because the DC government, they are not playing around with this issue of vacant and blighted properties. The city has changed. The city will continue to change. And you can expect enforcement of these type of issues to get much more serious as time comes. Right now, there are A and C commissioners who are pressing the district. We want all of the vacant properties, all of the blighted properties out of our neighborhood. The mayor is looking at this issue very seriously. The city council is looking at this issue very seriously. Investors and developers like myself, we're looking at this issue very seriously. Why? Because let's face it, vacant and blighted properties in neighborhoods, it drives property values down. And that's not good for the people who are long-term owners, long-term stakeholders in that community. Certainly it's not good for investors because the purpose of capital is to make a return, generate the highest possible return on the investment. And if they're blighted and dilapidated and abandoned properties all over the place, it's not good. So we're your solution. Pick up the phone right now, 301-574-1494. If you're on our website, if you're on P3DC.com, then complete the form. And I'll tell you what's going to happen next. I'll call you directly and we'll talk about your property. I'll look at my information resources and I'll tell you what you're faced with and I'll tell you exactly how we can solve the issue. I will want to come out and look at the property. I'll make you a fast and a fair offer. You take my offer, I'll buy your property from you. But before we close, I will get those taxes reclassified. There's no question about it. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly how to make you more money. And hopefully you'll sell the property to me at a price that I think is a good price, that you think is fair. And it'll be a win-win scenario for both of us. Now, let me also say this. I'm not a consultant. I buy properties. So if you're looking for someone to help you get your taxes reclassified and you don't want to sell the property off, I'm not your guy. I buy properties, and one of the unique benefits I give people who sell their property to me, who are in that vacant or blighted situation, is I give them the ability to get their properties reclassified and put more money into their pockets without having to pay a 6% the commission to somebody, or have to go and pay a lawyer a retainer fee, eating up all of that good money out of the property owner's pockets. So my number is 301-574-1494. I'd be delighted to help you. I'd be delighted to buy your property from you. And I look forward to your phone call today. The difference in calling me and someone else is literally tens of thousands of dollars that could go into your pocket. Thank you for watching this video. I look forward to your call. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.